Hello, today I'm joined by my guest Simon Skinner. He's the operation manager from LetHQ. Simon, how are you?
Hi, David. Yeah, not bad today. Thanks yourself.
Yeah, all good, thank you. All
Good
good.
stuff.
We're recording this right at the beginning of May. And for those of us out there in estate agency land that are very busy doing lots and lots of things for lots and lots of people, it can be easy to miss certain statutory deadlines that are about to come in place because when it comes to compliance, we're always having new things thrown at us, but particularly this year on May the 14th, we've got some new OFSI regulations coming in that govern who we need to provide AML checks for. Previously, I think our lives were fairly straightforward in as much as we knew we were really only carrying out AML checks around our sales processes, and not necessarily in the landlord and tenant realm. But that is all set to change. And a lot of people still are only discovering this now. So, Simon, give us a little bit of background to the changes that are afoot.
Yeah, sure. So currently, from a letting agent perspective, currently they are supposed to conduct mandatory, AML checks on their tenants, their guarantors, if there are any, their landlords, etc. If the monthly rent threshold is anything over €10,000 a month.
Yeah,
Um, as part of kind of like it's not just a UK thing, a global sort of crackdown, if you like, on kind of AML compliance. This is now changing from the 14th of May onwards, which is in, sort of 2 weeks' time, for argument's
yeah,
sake. And essentially the threshold for the monthly rent for the AML checks is actually coming down to zero. So it doesn't matter whether your rent is, £100 a month or £1,000 or a month or whatever. Because the threshold has been dropped, the only way to kind of remain compliant, make sure you're doing the right things, avoiding the fines and whatnot, should you come unstuck down the line, is to essentially check everybody, regardless of the monthly rent from that date of the 14th moving forward.
and so what is Let HQ's approach to supporting agents to adapt to these changes? What is
Yeah.
it that you guys have put in place to help us?
Yeah, sure. So we built a standalone kind of AML product, which is very sort of easy, and very simple to kind of set up and submit one of these checks through our platform. We haven't combined it with a kind of a full reference or a credit check or anything like that. It's just a standalone product, so it's very flexible. Although our system is tailored for for letting agents, if anybody else wants to use it, if it's a sales agent and you want to use it on your buyers and sellers or whatever, then you can. It's also combined with an ID check as well, so it covers that side of things as well. And essentially, how it works is, to get one of these things ordered, it's very simple. All you need is the tenant's name, date of birth, and address. You enter that into our system, press the button, it comes over to ourselves. It's an automated process. So our system then does the checks if these guys have got any, PEPs or sanctions, any OFAC lists, SDN lists, this kind of thing, builds a report and then emails it back essentially, instantly back over to the agent. So you get an instant result back within a minute or two following submission. So it's nice and fast and easy. You don't need a lot of information to put into our system, and it's not one of these things where you have to send something over to the tenant. You don't have to send
Right.
them a link and get the tenant to fill anything in. So it's pretty sort of unobtrusive, if you like. It's quite sort of frictionless to get one up and running.
So I'm hearing obviously that is very straightforward to use both for tenants and also obviously for the agents that are processing the checks. But I also understand that there's no need to sort of top up or buy credits or anything complicated with setup and monthly fees, etc. You get to pay for what you use. Is that correct?
Yeah, essentially. So we don't have a setup fee or a monthly charge or an annual fee or anything like that. Obviously, we offer lots of other services like referencing and insurance and all the usual things that you get from an organisation such as ourselves. But if someone wants to use it just for the AML checks, they can just set up a user account with ourselves online fairly easily and just use those checks or whatever they want to do, whenever they need them. They don't need to, maybe what differentiates us a bit from other suppliers, they don't need to buy like a chunk of credits in advance for X amount or anything like that. I'll say there's no monthly fee or anything like that. So, depending on what somebody wants and the size of their organisation, you guys can set up an account with us, jump in and out, and just pay for these checks kind of ad hoc, when you need to.
But I already know the answer to this question pleasingly, but I'm going to verbalize it for the agents out there watching this that may have this concern. Obviously, they're going to do this on all new customers going forward, but they've
Yeah.
also got a ton of customers. So if you're a successful letting agent, you may be managing 100 tenancies, 1,000 tenancies, 2,000. So there's a lot of people there that will need to go through AML checks that haven't previously been through AML checks. Do I need to do them on a piecemeal basis, or do you have like a bulk option?
No, we do have a bulk option as well. So, the reality is with most tenancies as well, you don't get that many where it's just kind of one person on their own. You do get them. Usually it's a couple or some sharers or some students. There could be several people involved as a part of that tenancy. So although they can be submitted individually, we do have the facility where they can be kind of added into our system and then sent over as like a bulk kind of submission as well. So if it's a large group of landlords, tenants, some existing clients you want to check, then our system's flexible enough to handle that as well.
That sounds great. And so if somebody wants to take this to the next level and have a chat with you guys, I presume the first port of call is to sort of jump on a call much like this, where they can sort of learn a little bit more. But how quickly could they get up and running with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the process, if anybody wants to make an inquiry, then they can call us or do that through our websites, the lethq.co.uk website. If they want to call us, the number's 0151 606 5106. If they've got any questions, you can find us easily online. You can set up and register an account with ourselves, within a couple of minutes. We do offer different kind of payment terms. We have pay and go options, monthly invoiced accounts. Some people want to be on a direct debit. There's different ways that we can do it. But essentially, our onboarding process is very quick and painless. You can set up a user account and be up and running. Within a few minutes. It's not anything too complicated to get the ball rolling.
And anybody watching this is going to be able to see displayed proudly and prominently in your corner over there, or your three Esthers awards as well. So I take it this is you're very proud of those, and it's great. But that's a real reflection of customer satisfaction, really, isn't it? In those awards.
It is, yeah, absolutely. Because if anybody doesn't know, that the thing about the Esthers Awards is, it's obviously an industry recognised award, but it's not voted for by a panel of people. People voting for their friends, people that voting for the people that advertise with them, and this kind of thing. It's voted for by your clients based on their kind of customer feedback. So it's voted for by letting agents, etc., that use our platform on an annual basis based on their feedback. So the proof's in the pudding, I guess, at the end of the day as well.
It's a great endorsement. I don't think when it comes to feedback, I don't think it can get any better than that, can it? Really?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Coming from a satisfied customer base, and it's good and honest feedback, then I think that's very important. Simon, thank you so much for running us through these changes and telling us a little bit about how you're going to be helping agents with that. All of Simon's details are also in the link below. Please do get in touch. They're very friendly, and as you can see, they have been fully endorsed by the agency public as well. So please do get in touch. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Yeah, no, David, that's great. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you.